Hey guys, so as you know, our plans changed. That's why we named our channel Life's a Trip. And that's exactly why we did that, is because we set off with a plan and God changes that plan for us. So we got an awesome opportunity on some land up by the St. John's area in Arizona. It's awesome. It's 43 acres. It's just a great piece of property that we were actually able to afford. The reason we kind of did this whole scenario was because we felt like we were just working to pay rent and put food on the table. We've been busting our hump with our business, and it got to the point where rent was so expensive along with utilities and food and gas that at the end of the day there wasn't that much left. So, and that's never a good situation. So one of the things that we decided to do, as you know, we're all about debt-free living, right? So we found some places that really helped us stretch our dollar. One of the first places that we found was Nellis Auctions, right? Now, the cool thing about Nellis Auctions is it's all the returns from Home Depot, Amazon. By the way, not sponsored video, but guys, if you really want to, feel free. And we can pick up some stuff. It might be a little bit damaged, like this wire right here, this fence. That'll straighten out. This is normally $130. Same thing with this. I got these both for about 80 bucks. So it saves us about 50 bucks on each time. This 20 pound or 20 gallon, 20 gallon? 10 gallon, sorry. 40 pound propane tank I picked up for like 75 bucks. This right here, 100 gallon transfer tank. Now, because we're gonna homestead and that's kind of where we're headed, kind of had to shift our focus on what we were getting. Yes, we still plan on living in an RV while we're building our house, because that's the plan. But to do that, we're gonna need some equipment. To do that, we're gonna need some fuel to put in the equipment so I can actually do work. It's an RO system. We picked it up normally about 160, 180 bucks. Picked it up for like 75 bucks. RO Pure Plus. It's a Watts brand, which means I'll always be able to find filters. It's one of the things I was really concerned about when you buy these auction items is, hey, am I going to be able to find filters for it? Well, Watts is a really common brand for this stuff, so finding filters down the road isn't going to be an issue. One of the other things we decided, because we are going to have an RV, Sidewinder. I've heard these are great for setting that up and getting that hose the right angle, so your black hose goes right into your septic. For us, it's going to be a septic because of where we're at. So I picked this up at like 15 bucks, right? Generator's a great thing. We actually ended up picking it up for just about $250 if I remember right, maybe 300 bucks. But it was about 50% of what we would have bought it new. There's a video that'll be part of this later on that shows me firing it up. I made a silly mistake on trying to get it fired up. It's one of those things where we were able to save some money on it. Another thing, since we're gonna have a outdoor shower at first, well, let's just say my wife doesn't approve of that, but she's understanding why we're gonna have to start that, because we're not gonna have any place to dump our gray water at first, and just, you know, washing the dirt off and stuff like that will really help save our water and save our tanks for when we have to go dump. This guy was 75 bucks. It's normally about 150 bucks. Works great. There's another video. I tried these two products out to make sure they work. They work out great. Now, one of the things that with a transfer tank, you've got to have a pump to transfer it from the tank to whatever you're filling up, right? Now, I wasn't able to find this at the auction. This is another company called Factory Authorized Outlet, and I bought some. You'll see a video where I bought some Milwaukee vice grips. Locking pliers, and it was one of those things where I was able to find those pliers. I hadn't seen them in a 10-pack like that, but I was also able to find this. about $150 cheaper than anywhere else I'd seen. And just for example, like the property we have, when we got there was a pallet of concrete, dry mix concrete sitting there, and the tarp on it was kind of ratty. It had been sitting there a while. Concrete was still good, but I picked these up. This was actually cheaper than I could buy them at Walmart. They were like 12 bucks a piece. I bought 3 tarps. One is, two of them are 12 by 10, and the other one is a 10 by 10. And that'll let me cover that concrete up. Bought a couple extra just so I can make sure, and that's covered up. We want to make sure that those items are protected. I mean, if God blessed us with them, we want to make sure that we're taking care of them. So, you know, that's kind of the way that we save money. The auction that we go to, the site we go to is nellisauctions.com, and they are in Phoenix and Las Vegas that we know of. I know there's other places that do the same kind of thing in hubs of Amazon, or where there are hubs for Amazon. So check out to see where you can find Amazon sales, or Home Depot returns, things like that, where you can get a good deal and save a little money. Because let's be honest, in this today's society, you know, saving $1 is super important, and especially when things are costing so much. If you can save $1 somewhere else, it just helps you and your family out. So anyways, thanks for joining us. Life's a trip, and you know, just be ready for the next curveballs, and be ready to adapt. So thanks for watching, guys. Our full-time RV concept is changed, but you know, hey, God has a plan. We were able to find some acreage up in St. John's, Arizona area. Really remote. It's going to be a process. It's going to be, you know, completely off the grid homestead, and we're excited. But to do that, to live through those first few bits, whatever you want to call it, first couple years before we can actually, because we're 2 years out before we can get a well drilled. We contacted the well drilling company up there. They said they're 2 years out. They're booking 2024 right now. And it's a whole bunch of money. So I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We may just, we may haul some water for a while. Well, we're going to haul for water for a while anyways, but we're lucky enough to have a community that has a community well. And you know, we're absolutely blessed. So one of the things we're going to do though is we're going to have some amenities, and some amenities that can be roughing it without roughing it. I don't know. I mean, it's nice to have a hot shower, and I'm going to build an outdoor shower. And the ground up there is really sandy, so I have a feeling it's going to really work towards like a beach shower kind of thing, where the the water will just pretty much wick into the ground really easy. You know, and it's not the perfect situation until we get a septic system, but it'll work. Anyways, I picked up this Camplux shower. I know I've got it hanging on the wall. I got it hanging on the wall because there's motion sensors and tip sensors in them that will prevent it from firing up when it's not perfectly straight up and down. So it came in this box, and it is really one of those things that we picked up. We got a good deal on it, and we're just picking it up because we know we're going to need it. As we can afford things, we're going to buy things. As you can see, we've got a fuel tank there. We've got a generator down there. We've got some fencing for our chicken coop. Got an RO filter there, so we can use the community well water without any worries of having, you know, bacteria and stuff. Because even if it's got bacteria, RO will take all that stuff out. We'll have safe drinking water, which is really important. But I can't check that out without hooking it up. I'm gonna take the risk on that one and just go up there and hook it up. If it doesn't work, I'll find another one. It's, you know, I can find them at Costco. They're like 150 bucks or so. But I got it for like super cheap. I think I got it for like 50 or 75 bucks, which is, you know, it's an investment, but I will take the risk to save 75 bucks on 75 bucks. What we're going to do is we're going to hook this up. We're going to hook this Camplux up. We're going to kind of walk through everything. Hanging on the wall. I've got to look at a couple things. Got the propane tank, as you can see already there. And it's just a connection right here. They're all labeled right underneath here. They're all labeled. This is going to be your shower head. I actually like this kind of concept because they actually have like a quick release. One of the things you want to do when you check this and put it all together, make sure all your washers are there. A lot of times they'll fall out in shipping. So this has an adapter, right? And this has another adapter. I don't know if I've got to put both of them in, but they both have a washer right here. Make sure it's still there if you need them both. Yeah, definitely gonna need them both because it's a 1/2 inch thread. I'm gonna pull this off the wall so I don't melt that ramp when this thing fires up. But be careful when you're threading that in. It's soft plastic, the fittings, and it's very easy to cross thread it. So make sure what I always do is just go in reverse until you hear that click. And that's usually right where those two will straighten up and meet perfectly. So they got some adapters here. They didn't give me a second quick connect. Maybe I could have hooked that up straight up, but I like the quick disconnect for the shower. I'm gonna end up getting one for the hose as well because it's a little quick disconnect here. It'll be real easy to take it down. And that'll be one of those things I eventually do. Well, that's weird. That looks like, give me a second here, did I put that on the wrong spot? Oh yeah, I actually did. So the center one is the water outlet. There's that guy. This guy's gonna fit like this. And I'm gonna put that brass fitting on now just because they didn't send me a second. Yeah, let's see one. They didn't send me a second quick disconnect. They didn't send me a whole bunch of stuff though. I really like this. They gave you a little heart-shaped shower handle holder. And the reason I'm checking this out is because this auction sells returns, right? And you have a limited window to return it, which is about 3 or 4 days, maybe 7 days. Sorry, I'm sweating. It's really hot. It's we're in Phoenix, and it's hot right now. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which means it's starting to get to heat of the day. And yeah, it'll be cool. And then, so we're gonna hook up our hot water here, outlet. It's our inlet right here. So I hadn't used this model. This looks like it almost has like an internal pump or something. I don't know. Oh no, it's just a flow. So yeah, we can adjust the flow, how much it comes out. We go full or eco, and this will be our temperature. This will be the temperature that water comes out at. So we'll see. We'll see how well it works. This one off. Brass fittings, even if you're not going to use them right away, save them, because I'm not going to use them right away. But one of the things I am going to do is eventually plumb this into something, which will give me the ability to save this hot water heater and use it with the house. Works just like any other instant hot water heater. It'll give me the ability to save some money for a little bit until we can afford a full-size instant hot water heater. And who knows? This thing is, depends on how this thing works. All right, let's see what we got here. This guy, look up there. Now we need some batteries. I think they're D size. Yeah, looks like D's. Hopefully I got some. Just happen to have some D size batteries sitting around. I don't know if they're any good though, because they've been sitting there a while. So we'll see. Alright, so this guy's gonna go like that. And it's got a little clip in here to kind of hold the battery in for you. So that's kind of nice. Alright, see if this thing turns on. So I'm leaking a little water from that one fitting, which I kind of expected, but, oh wait, this might actually help, hold on. I think I can turn this off. Nope. Yep. All right, I can turn that off, that helps. Turn the gas on. All right, let's turn on the fuel, see if it lights. Hey, it lights. Yeah, we got hot water coming out, or hot air coming out here. We turned it up to max. Let's see what the temperature will go up to. And we're up to 115. The water feels really hot, especially because it's like 100 degrees outside right now. We're up to 122 for water temperature. 124. And it feels hot. Like I could take a shower with this in the dead of winter and this would be fine. I got no issues with that at all. Holy cow. Yeah. Woo! I'm curious how hot this water is. That is definitely bigger than 128 because I can't hold my hand in it. So yeah, this is actually really hot. I don't think it's 128. I think that temperature is off a little bit. Let's you know what, let's do this. I'm gonna go get my oh, you know what, I got one right here. I'm gonna get a thermal imager or thermal infrared thermometer. I got one right here. My dad had one and it was a fluke, so you know, fluke stuff is, might as well say Snap-on on it. I wasn't gonna give it away at a yard sale, so let me dig it out. Found a little bucket right here. So we're gonna do, whoa, put it into here. Oh yeah, now it says 147. You know what, it only says 119, 117, 118. I don't know, maybe because it's just really hot outside, but 120 is usually pretty much where they start setting hot water heaters nowadays. Let's see what we got now. There's a lot of water that's coming out too, if you notice. I mean, this is a 1 gallon bucket. It fills it up pretty quickly. Yeah, it says 121. I wanted to test it while it was running, so I ran some water through it because it drops off a little bit every time you you turn it off. So this thing worked really good. The water got up to 133, which is what I'm really impressed with. It'd be plenty warm. It would be steaming in a, you know, cold environment. One of the things that you want to double check though, because I just did this hand tight right here, this connection on your propane tank, it's a flare fitting, doesn't need any Teflon, because how it works is your flares, you have a male and a female end, they go into each other, it makes a nice tight seal, but when you hook it up, double check it with some soap, make sure it's not leaking, because with this guy right here, this hot box that's burning, if you, with propane settles, so it would actually create a hazard before it caught on fire. So double check that, make sure it doesn't leak. But this Camplux water heater, I really like it. Works really well. The model number is BW264G. And if I remember right, weighs 26 pounds or 23.6 pounds gross weight. I guess that's with the water in it. But I think it's like a 2.2 gallon water heater, which means it puts out plenty of water. You know, great for a great shower. You could, you know, put that little heart-shaped clip up on the wall, mount that thing in there, and get a really good shower just like you were at home. Yeah, I can't remember. Does it say right here? Yeah, I said, if I remember right, it was like 2.2 gallons per minute. As you notice, that water bucket got filled up really quickly. You know, I was having to dump it out. I should have grabbed a 5-gallon bucket and timed it. But yeah, I was having to dump it out as quickly as I could. It was a little hectic. But yeah, really like it. Really think it's a great product. And yeah, highly recommend it. Camplux, you did a good one. Thanks, guys.